igama lami ngoJoel Ratswana Peter Swans. Ngumsuli kwenzo wona hey bye. Papani, I've gotten to know you through your mother's words. I am impressed by your character, so I wish for you to continue to grow and be consistent in that character. May you be protected by the blood of the Lamb. Everything that you do, may you find success in everything that you strive for. And I would wish for you to continue to dream great and keep reaching for those dreams. Happy birthday, man. Thanks. Hi guys. Again, like what Sister said, I'm the as a speech person. So I'm also nervous. But I think I must start off by appreciating the invite and the great honor that Mama has bestowed on me. And also, I believe, who I've never met before, but I've heard of him like I heard of you through your mother. I appreciate it, and I'm very privileged to be here. Thank you. I've gotten to know about you guys 3 years ago when your mom came to work in our building. And I so wish that in my absence, my mother can speak of me like she speaks of you. When she describes you, I hear words of a joy to have. I hear words like a disciplined young man. I hear words like somebody that prioritizes, somebody that's focused. So I'm like, hey, hi, this guy is cracked life. His life, that's what you need to win in life. So you've got the foundation already to be great. And not just average, to be great. Because that's what I hear when she describes you. Some people don't know they're great until it's put in their face. So I would encourage you, number one, to dream big. As big as you can, as ridiculous as you think it can be. Why? Because we've seen in the age that we are growing up in now that we're in, people from nowhere can be on top of the world within no time. Whether it's the internet that can do it, or whatever else happens, but those people started by dreaming big, and they find and they get what they dream for. Famous people all the time say, start with something that you love doing, and the success and joy will come with it. So that's the second thing that I want to encourage you to do, is, like I've heard you are into law, and you see yourself as a famous lawyer, I don't know, advocate, magistrate, judge, judge president, judge president. I just told you to dream big. Judge president, international advisor consultant to the United Nations of international law. You don't see it yet?
No, I do see it.
It's possible. What I'm telling you, it's possible. I know it's sometimes when you say things that they scare you, that's how you must do it. That's the second one that I want to leave with you. I think in where you are right now is a time where you are transitioning from boyhood to manhood. Zoboluka next year, so we are going to be there supporting you guys. Sometimes there's a misunderstanding of young men that you become entitled to new respect, to new everything. Seems like it must just be done for you and it must happen. Contrary to that, it's a short period where appreciation is shown to you, but it's a trap. You know why? Because Kawindot is the beginning of you moving from having received from your parents, having received from your family, having received everything, preparing now to give and sacrifice of yourself. Sacrifice yourself to make sure that you become the man that you can be. Sacrifice yourself to become the man that you can be and must be in order to look after your family. Sacrifice to become and look after your family, and then to guide your family and drive them forward. Girls can derail you from your path. Friends can derail you from your path, like you've heard. Circumstances can derail you from the path that you have not been faced with before, that are new. Maybe I was faced with a situation where I possibly could have married somebody else, and it could have been the biggest mistake of my life. But luckily, I opened up my ears and I listened to myself and my heart. And there's nobody else that can tell you what's right for you other than that. There can be a lot of noise outside of you, but listen to yourself, because you know what's good for you, ultimately. Whatever anybody says, I hear you're also not easily influenced by peer pressure. Best thing ever. Best thing ever. They will clap for you when it's going good, but when you have to take your mother's car home alone, or you can't take your mother's car home alone, mind you are inside because you've had alcohol. You're not drunk, you've had a sip of alcohol, you take a roadblock, they lock you up. Who are you going to call? The dudes and the girls that were clapping for you? You're going to call your mom and your dad. Remember those things. They happen, that's reality. I've been lucky enough to dodge those things. So I believe I don't have to make the same mistake as my friend and my brother to make the same mistake. So that's how life is. You look at the situation is, make the best decision for yourself. And always remember, ultimately you must look after yourself, to look after your parents, to look after your family one day. Very important. I think I'm not going to go on too much because Ionela has already touched on some of the things. So I don't want to repeat what he said.
We've got time.
Do we have time?
We've got time.
Balance in life is another thing that's very important. There's a time to have fun. There's a time to be serious. There's a time for spirituality. I say this because the foundation of whatever you want to do must come from somewhere. Especially when times are tough, times are hard. You may feel depressed, you may feel under pressure, whether it's an exam, whether it's a girl that's stressing you, whether it's work pressure. Like Ionela and myself have faced once, it's not just girl pressure that you face. Sometimes you're in the workplace and you find that the workplace is not the most comfortable place to be in. You have to find a way to cope. And for many of us, I'd like to believe is the one thing that we can always rely on. It's a constant. You'll only realize how important it is once you've had no other thing to look forward to and grab onto and say, yo, because of that thing, because I went down on my knees and I prayed and I believed, I was able to make it through. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 says, I have plans for you to prosper and not harm you. And what else? What is the rest of it? I can't. There's also another part that I wrote it down there. So those things I can personally say I've experienced those things. And it's only because you open yourself up to listen and to be guided and to learn and to wish the best for yourself. So Papani, without being long-winded, I wish, Puja, that you become the best version of yourself. That's all. Not to impress anybody, not to do anything. The best version of yourself that you know you are. That's all.
Wow. Okay.
And Jake, I think after the speech, there's a song that I just want to play by Spirit of Praise.